PICTORY, a comprehensive guide to visual storytelling. Visual storytelling is a powerful tool for engaging audiences and conveying complex ideas in a simple and memorable way. With the rise of social media, the importance of visual storytelling has never been greater, and it has become an essential aspect of brand communication for businesses and organizations of all sizes. At its core, visual storytelling is about creating visual content that tells a story. This can take many forms, from still images and illustrations to animations and videos. The key is to create visuals that are interesting, relevant, and emotionally engaging, and to use these visuals to communicate a message or tell a story in a way that connects with your audience. There are many different elements that go into effective visual storytelling, including the choice of images, the use of color, the way the visuals are arranged on the page, and the way that they are used to tell a story. In this comprehensive guide, we will explore all of these elements in detail, and provide you with the tools and techniques you need to create powerful visual storytelling content for your brand. The power of images. Images are the foundation of visual storytelling, and they play a critical role in engaging audiences and communicating ideas. When it comes to visual storytelling, the choice of images is critical, and it is important to choose images that are both visually appealing and emotionally engaging. One of the most important aspects of choosing images for visual storytelling is to make sure that they are relevant to the story you are trying to tell. For example, if you are telling a story about a new product, you might choose images that showcase the product in use, or that demonstrate its key features and benefits. Similarly, if you are telling a story about a person, you might choose images that show them in different settings or that highlight their unique personality and characteristics. In addition to relevance, it is also important to choose images that are visually appealing and that grab the attention of your audience. This can be done through the use of color, composition, and other visual elements. For example, you might choose bright and bold colors to grab the attention of your audience, or you might use creative compositions and unusual angles to make your images stand out. The importance of color in visual storytelling. Color is a powerful tool for visual storytelling, and it can be used to convey emotions, evoke reactions, and create impact. When it comes to color, it is important to choose colors that are both appropriate for your brand and that resonate with your audience. For example, if you are telling a story about a new product, you might choose colors that are associated with the product category, such as blue for technology products, or green for environmentally friendly products. Similarly, if you are telling a story about a person, you might choose colors that are associated with their personality, such as warm and friendly colors for a personable and approachable individual, or cool and professional colors for a more serious and professional individual. In addition to choosing the right colors, it is also important to consider the way that color is used in your visuals. For example, you might choose to use color sparingly to create a calm and serene mood, or you might use bright and bold colors to create a dynamic and energetic mood. The art of composition in visual storytelling. Composition is an essential aspect of visual storytelling, and it refers to the way that images and other visual elements are arranged on the page. The right composition can make or break a visual storytelling piece, so it is important to give it careful consideration. You want to make sure that the images are arranged in a way that is visually appealing and that supports the story you are trying to tell. For example, you might arrange images in a linear fashion to create a clear narrative, or you might arrange them in a collage-like format to create a more dynamic and interactive experience for your audience. Another important aspect of composition is the use of negative space. Negative space refers to the area around the images and other visual elements on the page, and it can be used to create balance and emphasis in your visuals. For example, you might use a lot of negative space to create a calm and uncluttered look, or you might use minimal negative space to create a more intense and focused visual experience. The role of typography in visual storytelling. Typography is an important aspect of visual storytelling, and it plays a critical role in communicating the message and tone of your visuals. When it comes to typography, it is important to choose typefaces that are both appropriate for your brand and that are easy to read and understand. In addition to choosing the right typefaces, it is also important to consider the way that typography is used in your visuals. For example, you might use large and bold typefaces to create a dramatic and impactful look, or you might use small and subtle typefaces to create a more understated and refined look. It is also important to consider the use of typography in conjunction with images and other visual elements. For example, you might use typography to complement the images and create a cohesive visual experience, or you might use typography to contrast with the images and create a more dynamic and engaging experience. The importance of story in visual storytelling. At the heart of visual storytelling is the story itself. A great visual storytelling piece will have a clear and compelling story that connects with your audience and leaves a lasting impression. When it comes to creating a story for your visual storytelling content, it is important to start by defining your message and your audience. What is the message you want to communicate, and who are the people you want to communicate it to? Once you have a clear understanding of your message and your audience, you can start to craft a story that connects with them and that effectively communicates your message. It is also important to consider the structure of your story. A good visual storytelling story will have a clear beginning, middle, and end, and it will be structured in a way that supports the message you are trying to communicate. For example, you might choose to structure your story chronologically, or you might choose to structure it thematically, depending on the message you are trying to communicate. Conclusion. Visual storytelling is a powerful tool for engaging audiences and communicating ideas, and it is an essential aspect of brand communication for businesses and organizations of all sizes. With the right images, color, composition, typography, and story, you can create visual storytelling content that connects with your audience and effectively communicates your message. So, whether you are creating visual content for social media, your website, or any other platform, remember the key elements of visual storytelling, and always aim to create visuals that are interesting, relevant, and emotionally engaging. With the right approach, you can create visual storytelling content that stands out and leaves a lasting impression on your audience.